Hi there, my friends. This is Benjamin here from Singapore, and welcome back to this new training series on how exactly I secure a 5-figure income per month with affiliate marketing. Now, of course, like what I mentioned to you in the previous parts of this training series, I'm going to focus on email marketing first, then followed by social media marketing. Allow me to explain to you why this is the case. Because when it comes to social media marketing, it is best for you to have a link, and this link needs to lead to a page to collect their information, and from there you can start sending emails to follow up with them. Now, before we move into the technical aspects of how to set up your funnel builder via Leadpages and how to use AWeber and or Getresponse, so let me share with you the theoretical components on understanding a funnel builder and understanding an email autoresponder first. Like what I mentioned, this entire training series is a little bit different from the rest because I attempt to share with you the entire holistic approach on how to look at all these different softwares. Then from there, with this understanding, then we can move into the practical application. Alright, so first and foremost, let's go into understanding funnel builder. Now, when it comes to funnel builders, there are only two things that you need to know. Number one, integration. What do I mean by integration? You see, like what I mentioned, when they reach your landing page, you need to have an area for them to insert in their certain information they wish to collect from them. All right, like for example, their full name, last name, first name, email address especially. All right, so once they insert all this information, you need to integrate your page, all right, your page with an email autoresponder so that the email autoresponder can start collecting all this information. The second thing that you need to understand is elements. All right, don't get confused, don't get apprehensive when I use all these technical jargons, because elements is nothing but just things like the text, the video, the images, and the form. All right, so text refers to what exactly you write on the page, videos, self-explanatory, all right, then images, all right, also self-explanatory. When it comes to the form, this form is the one that I mentioned, the kind of fields that you want to collect the information from your traffic once they opt into your squeeze page. Now, there's another thing that I did not insert into the slide, which you need to also understand, which is this thing called conversion rate. You see, when it comes to a funnel builder, generally you have things like the very first page, followed by the second page, then followed by whatever offer that you want to show them. All right, it can be a webinar funnel, it can be a normal sales funnel, and you usually have all these different sequences. Every time the traffic moves through the sequence, it is called a funnel. All right, the reason is because when they first reach the first step, all right, when they initially reach the first step, that's where the most traffic is. And as they progress along every step, we have this thing called a conversion rate, which means the numbers will start dwindling as they go through the steps. Now, if you are new in this entire Make Money Online space, you might be wondering, Ben, why do I need to dwindle down all this traffic? Isn't it better for me to just push the majority of the traffic to see the sales offer? Yes, but one of the reasons why a funnel works best is because the funnel itself attempts to filter out who are the ones that are really interested in knowing what exactly you are trying to promote. Effectively, who are the ones that are most likely to purchase the offer that you are trying to promote. That is the reason why nowadays when people go for sales, they are trying to go for immediate sales, that kind of thing, they usually go for a funnel. They don't use a website anymore. Website is an old school kind of thing, right? Now, a lot of people still tend to get confused whenever they see funnel pages and they think that it is a website. No. A funnel, understand one thing, very important. Every single page, first page, second page, third page, whatever it is, every single page attempts to serve only one objective. One objective. For example, a squeeze page attempts to capture information. A bridge page attempts to pre-sell the offer. All right, so what I mean is every single page serves only one objective. So with this understanding, let's now move on to understand what exactly is an email autoresponder. Now, when it comes to email autoresponder, there are a few more things that I need to really understand and appreciate. Number one, a list. You see, when I first started email marketing, I'm very confused because I'm only used to sending emails, be it whether for business purpose, on a one-on-one basis, like to the HR department or to the boss of a certain company or to my friends, that kind of thing. But when it comes to email autoresponder, you need to know that a list is a collection of leads with certain attributes that you have set it. Now, if you are confused, let me explain to you. List also can be understood by using list segmentation. Okay, For example, when you collect all the leads, we call this a raw list. Within the raw list, there'll be people who open your emails along the way. There'll be people who click on your emails along the way. So when you try to filter, or rather say segment the entire raw list into who are the openers, who are the clickers, that is an example of list segmentation. Of course, you can also filter your entire list into who exactly are your low-ticket buyers, who are your mid-ticket buyers, and who are your high-ticket buyers. All right. So list and list segmentation are the most important and fundamental theoretical components when it comes to email autoresponder that you really need to understand. A lot of people, when they do email marketing, they do not really do list segmentation properly, and that is the reason why it accounts for their failure. Next, broadcast. What exactly is a broadcast? You see, when you send an email broadcast, you're able to do certain things like scheduling the time, scheduling the date that you wish this email to be sent to that particular list. All right, so let's say, for example, going back to the list, and as well as broadcast, you can choose to broadcast only to the openers. You can choose to broadcast only to the clickers. Or you can choose to broadcast to the entire raw list. Or you can also choose to broadcast to the buyers C or buyers B or buyers A list, respectively. That is a broadcast. Now, when it comes to email automation, of course, you can also do that pertaining to individual lists, all right? Or individual segments, you can do that. But one thing different is when it comes to email automation, you are not able to schedule. Email automation usually works in a way whereby the moment the lead gets into that particular list at that time, then from there you can choose that, for example, okay, 6 hours later, I want to send another email. Okay, 45 minutes later, I want to send another email. Or even 1 day later, I want to send another email. So you can only choose the time interval, but you cannot test in terms of which timing is the best for your leads to open up your email and click on your emails. But email automation is definitely much more convenient than email broadcast. Email broadcast is something that you have to do it regularly. You can do it once a week, schedule it for the next 7 days, or you can choose to do it daily, schedule it for the next day. But email automation is something that the moment you have done it once, all right, let's say, for example, you have a 30 days or even you have a 45 days or 90 days or 180 days email automation. Once you set it up, the moment any lead gets into your list, the email automation kicks off automatically. All right, so a lot of people say email marketing is really the easiest way to get online sales. It's because email automation is there to automatically send out the emails for you. And all you need to do is to make sure that the lead enters into the proper list. Now, last but not least, you also have to understand the integration with Optin Dojo. Okay, remember just now I mentioned to you about the list segmentation area, all right, this area over here, the second one. List segmentation, you can separate your list into who are the low ticket, mid ticket, and high ticket buyers. But I mentioned before in one of the previous part of this tutorial series, when you are doing affiliate marketing, most of the time, all these different affiliate marketplaces will never give you the email address of the buyers. Now, this is something that you have to accept. One of the reasons why vendors actually sell their products online, they pay thousands of dollars to come up with a very attractive sales page. All right, they spend hours or even engage external parties to come up with all the videos or softwares for you to use, is because they want to capture buyers' email list. So do you think they would give you the buyers' email list just like that, even though they got the sale from you? No. Most of the products out there in the marketplace, I would say more than 90% of them will not release the buyer's information to you. So that's the reason why we need Optin Dojo. Optin Dojo, when you integrate it with the email autoresponder and you integrate it with your funnel builder properly, whenever you get a sale, Optin Dojo will attempt to do the automatic lead segmentation for you. All right, that means to say to pull out this lead that purchased and push it into a separate list that you create. Now, in case you're wondering, for any email autoresponder, you can set up as many lists as you want. As many lists, you can set up 1,001 lists, but of course we don't do that. All right. Everything that you do within the business system, you have to understand the reason why. So the common list that we have in our email autoresponder will be things like, for example, the raw list, the openers list, the clickers list, the buyers list. These are the very common ones that usually we will use. All right. And email automation. So generally, just understand the entire flow. All right. I'm going to share with you the entire strategy of how to set up the whole thing. All right. How to set up the whole thing so that everything moves and works seamlessly for you. So with that, I'll see you in the next part of this tutorial series. Take care.